Over the last year or so, we've seen a lot of new smart home products hitting the market in pretty much every category. And that got me thinking about if someone came up to me in the street and asked me what smart home device I would recommend, what device would it be? And then that led me on to thinking how interesting it would be to hear from other smart home enthusiasts' opinions and how they all differ. So I reached out to some of my YouTuber friends from all over the smart home world to ask them what their favorite smart home device is in 2021 leading into 2022, that they would have absolutely no problem recommending to anyone and can't live without. So without further ado, let's get into it, and kicking us off with a huge flex in more ways than one is Rob from The Hookup.
Hi, I'm Rob from The Hookup, and I mostly make videos about high-value home tech where you get more than you pay for while still maintaining things like privacy and local control. So as much as it pains me to say, the piece of smart home tech that has made the biggest positive difference in my life is this thing, the Tonal Home Gym, which is neither affordable nor locally controlled. Tonal is a wall-mounted cable-based home gym that uses electromagnets to provide up to 100 pounds of digital weight per arm. The convenience of being able to work out from home, combined with the trainer-led programs and a system that gamifies workouts by giving you things like a strength score and achievements, has resulted in a consistent personal workout habit that I look forward to almost every single day. I just completed my first year with Tonal and I logged 279 workouts, lifted over 2 million pounds, and increased my personal strength by almost 300%. And most importantly, I just feel good. It's definitely not perfect because, as I said, you pay a premium for being an early adopter of new tech, and on a few occasions this year I have had to postpone a workout due to an internet outage, which still sounds ridiculous. But for me, the good definitely outweighs the bad, and if your budget can take it, the Tonal Home Gym gets my overwhelming recommendation, and it is my top pick for the best smart home product of 2021.
Happy holidays, everyone. Jeff from SlackerLabs here. Of all the devices I worked with in 2021, I think these AccuRite weather sensors are probably my favorite. What makes them awesome is they're cheap. They operate on 433 MHz, which means they're low powered, so their batteries last forever. And of course, they're completely local. They do require some additional hardware if you want to integrate these with your smart home, but when you do, you're guaranteed cloudless weather. Hope everyone out there is doing well, and in the new year, you get the chance to automate the boring stuff.
Hello Automators, and hello Lewis. I'm Brian from Automate Your Life, and I want to thank you for having me on and giving me a chance to speak with your audience. For me, the smart home is supposed to be about saving time, and one of the ways that you can do that is by purchasing products that work reliably and are easy to use. But I know that for your audience, they might be a little more DIY than I like to focus on, and that is where I find an amazing balance with products from DrZzs. Not only are they all easy to set up and use, but their light switches like this one offer features like being a Z-Wave repeater, and in the case of this one, 5 different buttons for scene control. This siren is easy to use, but you can also completely customize it with the ability to load your own wave files directly onto the device and then pick whichever sound you would like during automated events. Their motion sensor here is really just a motion sensor, but they were smart enough to include the ability to power it either by battery or through the USB port, and they gave us a magnetic backing to be able to install it anywhere. And their multi-purpose sensors give us all kinds of options for sensing different events and changes in our homes. So this is a completely easy lineup to recommend, and I have yet to find a poor product from DrZzs. This is truly a brand that I can say, don't hate, automate, and people agree with me.
Hi everyone, I'm the Brad Lloyd, and my channel is all about smart home tech using Apple HomeKit. My favorite smart home device is the HomePod Mini, which is now available in blue, orange, and yellow. The HomePod Mini is a home hub which allows you to control your smart home remotely with end-to-end encryption, and it's a Thread border router. So now you can expect improved speed and reliability with your Thread-enabled devices like the Nanoleaf Essentials lights and many of the Eve products like Eve Energy, Eve Door and Window, and just recently, Eve Room. For its size, the HomePod Mini sounds great, and it sounds even better as a stereo pair and can now be used as your TV's default speakers. I use the HomePod Mini every day, from playing music to listening to podcasts, using the intercom feature to let the kids know it's time for dinner. I even use Siri to easily add items to my grocery list. Siri, add bread to my grocery list. I have several HomePod minis throughout my house and I just love them. Special mention goes out to this HomePod mini stand by Bololo. Regardless of the color you choose, it looks amazing on this classy wooden tripod. Thanks for including me, Lewis. Happy holidays, and I can't wait to see what 2022 brings to our smart homes.
How's it going? My favorite smart home device for 2021, it's actually been my favorite smart home device for quite a while. It's the MQTT Car Presence. What I like most about it is it's useful, simple, and reliable. There's not a lot of devices that can check all three of those boxes. It consists of a small Wi-Fi device that's connected to a power source in your car that's only on when the key is on. The way it works is, when you go get in your car and turn the key, the device powers up and connects to your network. When the device is detected on your network, it triggers the garage door to open. Great, the garage door opens, you back out, you drive down the street. When you get out of range of your Wi-Fi and the device disconnects from your home network, that triggers the garage door to close. Then when you come home, the same thing happens. When you get within range of your Wi-Fi and the device connects, it triggers the garage door to open. When you pull in the garage, turn off the key, the device powers down, disconnects from your network, triggers the garage door one more time, and it closes. It's awesome. I've been using it since 2017 and I love it. You do also need to have a smart garage door opener and something like Home Assistant to connect them all together. MQTT Car Presence. That's my favorite smart home device.
Thank you, Lewis. I'm Gio from Smart Home Makers, and my favorite smart home device is the Shelly One. The Shelly One lineup comes in two models, the Shelly One and the Shelly One PM, which is the one that you can see over here. These little devices are Wi-Fi relays. What this actually means is these connect up to your home network and allow you to control things, lights, outlets, and also garage doors. You don't need any hub or anything else to get these to work. You just follow the wiring instructions. You can also control these devices locally, so you don't require the internet for these devices to actually work, like some of the cloud-based devices. You can also use more advanced protocols like MQTT, and the Home Assistant integration nowadays is just a breeze. I will be installing this powered metering version, so it's going to enable me to find out the energy consumption of my washing machine to find out if my washing machine is actually finished or not. And now, back to you, Lewis.
What's up, smart homers? My name's Aaron and I'm from the YouTube channel Make It Work. My absolute favorite piece of tech that I picked up in 2021 is without a doubt the Home Assistant Blue. This device is a compact little Odroid N2 Plus computer with a solid state drive that comes pre-installed with Home Assistant OS on it. It was the perfect gateway for someone like me who had never messed with a Raspberry Pi or anything like that to jump right into Home Assistant from SmartThings. The Home Assistant Blue has a painted aluminum cover with the Home Assistant logo in white and two metal end caps. The back of the device is a black heatsink, which helps with the cooling. To me, this is the best looking home automation hub that I've ever seen. I'd recommend this device to anyone who's looking to start Home Assistant for the first time, but maybe you've never messed with the Raspberry Pi and installing it yourself, because of how easy it is to get up and running and how well it runs Home Assistant. Also, it looks awesome.
Hey, what's up? I'm Reed with Smart Home Solver, and my favorite smart home device of 2021. There are so many good ones, but this one's gonna be a little strange. It's an Amazon Fire tablet right here. The reason I like it is that it always has Home Assistant pulled up, and it's a dashboard for this room. So I can control all the lights, the projector, the amplifier. I can just press one button, everything changes. I can also adjust the amplifier's volume and change to Dolby Atmos. So that's super convenient. And it's right there to control the lights in the room next to it. Instead of relying only on automations to make the lights just right, if I need to override it, I can just quickly tap it. It's very convenient. I mean, the tablet is so cheap. They're really useful, and yeah, I use it pretty much every single day. So it's at least my favorite one of 2021.
Thank you, Lewis, for having me in this video. I use HomePods and Echo, so I try to buy devices that work with both. One of my favorites and most used devices are the Flick buttons. I did not like these when they first came out. They were far too limited. But at the end of last year, they added HomeKit support, and this year they added Alexa routines. So now I use them all the time. I love having physical buttons, especially one that can trigger 3 different routines or 3 different automations. In here, single press will turn off my lights, Double press will turn on a lamp for hanging out, and a long press will turn my video lights back on. Very convenient, easy to use. I have one in my entryway, one in my garage, and I'm planning on picking up some more. So thanks again, Lewis, for having me in this video.
Greetings, Internet. My name is Dustin with my HomeKit Home, a channel looking at the smart home with an ever so slight Apple HomeKit and accessibility bias. Thank you, Lewis, for inviting me on. So choosing a smart home product that I simply can't live without is nearly impossible, so I won't even try. Instead, I think I'll cheat a little bit and go for Thread. In 2021, this self-healing wireless mesh protocol really started to take off, first with border router support coming to the HomePod Mini, and then later with the second generation Apple TV 4K. And Eve Systems has been at the forefront of Thread adoption in HomeKit, bringing it to a number of their products, including the Eve Aqua water spigot controller and the Eve Weather outdoor temperature and humidity sensor. And they just released a Thread-enabled update to their Eve Room indoor air quality sensor. So these products in particular are my favorites of 2021.
Hi, my name is BeardedTinker, and as nickname says, I like to tinker a lot, and I do have beard. So far it's not pink.
Beard will be pink and the hair will be blue.
Although there are a lot of products that I did test and see this year, unfortunately none of them really got me hooked up. But there is one product, or better say one project, that I'm very fond of, and that's the one I also built myself, DIY Zigbee watering station. I would really love to see a ready-made product available on the market for people that do not have soldering skills or time to practice and learn how to do it. Because this simple device really simplifies your life, and it can be used both indoors or outdoors if the pump itself is sheltered. And when I'm looking for smart products, I really want products like that. Some simple device that can simplify your daily life, especially if you travel a lot. Hopefully there will be more devices like this on the market in the future. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all.
Thanks, Lewis. I appreciate it. For those who don't know me, my name is Eric. I have a YouTube channel called ModernDayTech where I do cover a lot of different HomeKit products, reviews, how-tos, but I am not 100% exclusive to HomeKit. I do dabble in other ecosystems and platforms just so I can know which one is the best. So for 2021, my favorite smart home device is actually not a HomeKit device at all, and that is the Eufy Floodlight Cam 2 Pro, and by far this is one of my favorite cameras to date. Yes, there are other floodlight cameras out there, but there's nothing like having a 360-degree camera that can spin around and see everything that you want to see. Even if the camera is pointed in one direction, it has motion sensors on the other side, so if someone comes around from the corner, it knows to spin around and focus on them. It can also point the camera straight down, so if you have pets underneath the camera, it can definitely see that. Plus the floodlight is super duper bright and you can adjust the panels to the direction that you want. Plus there's local onboard storage, but if you do want cloud recording, they do have that option. Plus obviously you can bring in the live feed into your Alexa or Google Home screens. But if you do use Homebridge, there is a plugin that kind of works. I would say about 5% of the time. Hopefully that plugin will get better and we can get this in the HomeKit very, very soon. But even without the HomeKit, this thing is awesome and highly recommend it. Thanks again to Lewis. I appreciate you having me on. I love your channel. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you guys later.
Hey Lewis, thanks so much for having me. For those that don't know, my name is Shane, and my channel is all about building an easy smart home using Apple's HomeKit. So I've used a lot of smart home products over the past year, and choosing just one favorite is tough, but I think I may have to go with the Aqara G3 pan and tilt camera hub. It was released internationally not too long ago. It supports Google and of course HomeKit. It has a ton of features like privacy mode, human and pet tracking, gesture recognition, local storage, and support for HomeKit secure video. It can be used as an IR blaster, and possibly the best of all, it can act as a hub for the many Aqara child devices like smart wall switches, sensors, smart buttons, and the list goes on. This thing has more features than any other camera that I've used, and You know, I'm just a big fan of all the Aqara sensors and the products that you can pair with this thing as a hub. I think a product like this has something for just about everyone, and it can be a great starting place for those, you know, who might be new to building a smart home. So for those reasons, the Aqara G3 gets my pick this year. Thanks, Lewis.
And now back to you, Lewis.
I guess that makes it my turn, right? After much deliberation of all of the cool things that we've seen this year, my favourite piece of smart home tech is the Home Assistant Yellow. Although it hasn't started shipping yet, I was lucky enough to get to play around with the Yellow earlier in the year, and the reason I am super excited about it is that I think this finally makes Home Assistant really accessible to anyone who wants to get into the wonderful world of Home Assistant without any prior knowledge, with everything you really need contained in this one single unit, including easy upgradability, expandable storage, and it is super connected, with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, and later on, Thread. I also find this cute Z-Wave adapter which fits perfectly inside and means that you can have all of the major smart home protocols inside one hub, backed by the power of Home Assistant, allowing you to, in my opinion, have the ultimate brain for your smart home. And that's it from me, and I guess from all of us. Thank you to all the creators who took part in making this video happen. Really fun video, and I feel really honored to bring all of these awesome creators under one roof. It was really cool seeing everyone from all of the different areas of the smart home world come together in one single video. And hopefully, if you guys are all up for it, we can do something like this again next year. Of course, I'll have links to all of the creators down in the description, along with each creator's affiliate link for the products mentioned if you want to support them. And all that's left to say is, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have an amazing Christmas, and Santa brings you some cool new smart home gadgets to play with in 2022. But most importantly, enjoy spending time with your friends and family. That's it for me, guys. Drop this video a like and get subscribed, and I will see you in the next video.